Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Eve, again here, as always, playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains. And today we have a new update, new character. Just came out to the game, the Anteiku Touka. We're gonna talk about her. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Obviously, we're very close to 400 subscribers and joining Discord. If you're interested in that, we always talk about different stuff, and I always announce videos and streams there beforehand, so you don't miss anything. As I always do the summons on stream first, and then I upload it on YouTube. So maybe if you want to watch me summon live, I always do it on stream. So be sure to join in into the Discord then. Uh, let's talk about the new Touka. She's actually a 200 guaranteed. I was very surprised with that because based on how she looks pretty strong. And for that, usually characters with 200 guaranteed are rarely that strong. Previously, the only character like that was a Tatara. I think the only one who was actually as strong uh, in just in general before this token. So first of all, she's obviously red one. She's an Anteiku character, so that's a great synergy already because Anteiku is extremely broken right now. So having another character in Anteiku is very good, as well as her being 200 guaranteed basically means that it's very easy for a lot of people to get a lot of stars on her. So let's get into her kit. Her active skill on 3 stars when deal wraith damage equal to 420% of attack to the target. What does the wraith mean? When dealing damage, inflict additional damage equal to 30% of the attacker's lost HP, up to 15% of the attacker's max HP. This is pretty broken. I think this is very good. It's like solo target damage wise, this is among the highest ones so far in the game. This looks very strong and very promising for sure. So I think just purely on active skills, this is already very good, especially for a 200 guaranteed character. Is pretty broken. This is pretty broken for the damage wise already. Passive skill, so 0 stars. When your turn starts, based on your max HP, grant all allied characters an equal shield to 10% of your max HP for 1 turn. So this is good that this is not just purely 10% HP on without basing it on like your max HP or like anything. So this is showing that you can specifically make your HP as high as possible to give more of these shields, and that's great. Additionally, grant yourself a shield equal to 20% of your lost HP for 1 turn. Again, also great. So this is already 30% of shields. Not only she gives the shields to her, but she gives shields to the whole team as well. I think this is a great synergy with Yomo, the masked version, or Renji Yomo, this one, because he as well can give some shields. Here, as you can see, he gives some shields with his abilities. So I think that's a pretty great synergy between those two. Maybe in some teams they would actually be played together because she can do a pretty big amount of damage herself. So Renji doesn't really need to be doing the damage. You can use it just for the synergy of making a big amount of shields on the characters. When an allied Anteiku character have a shield, they are immune to debuffs and take 10% less damage. Like, this is actually insane. This is immunity to debuffs is a big change, especially with a lot of characters right now is debuffs like Akira. A lot of supports are debuffers. Like Jason is can debuff. Centipede can debuff as well. Like Akira mostly is known for being a debuffer. There's a lot of like this ape, even though no one is using him, but again he can also like debuff the enemies as well. There's a lot of characters in this game who can actually do it, so this is a great stuff, as well as just purely taking 10% less damage is much more viable. This is definitely good stuff that have happening here. So this, even on 0 stars, this is looking already extremely broken as well. So first star, called Unity. For every 10% of your lost HP, increase your life steal rate and damage dealt by 5% up to 30%. So whenever you'll be losing 10%, you will be getting 5%. So 20%, 10, 30, 15, and so on, so on. Right? So whenever you are almost like on 20% or 30%, you will be getting this 30% buff for life steal rate as well as damage. So I think that's really great for her, because mostly Anteiku can easily survive first turn even if you don't start. And then if you attack with her, you're not only applying this one, you're also getting life steal rate, so you're increasing your HP back. You're again almost fully healed. That means you can survive much longer and wait for like that third turn that Hinami heals the whole team. So I think that's great for her as well. When all allied characters are Anteiku characters, increase all allied characters' basic stats by 10% and grant yourself Unity. Again, great stuff for the whole Anteiku build. Unity, when another allied Anteiku character deals damage, grant the holder a shield equal to 10% of the damage dealt for one turn. So depending on other basically Toukas, because you're definitely using green Touka as well as blue rabbit to do the damage. So based on their damage, and those two Toukas are highly big damage with good investments. They're very high on damage. So 10% of that shield is gonna be huge. Second star, when afflicting weak, grant all allied characters and shield equal to 15% of lost HP. So also not bad, pretty good one this here as well. It's gonna be kind of hard, I think, to apply weak because she's the only red character in here, but I guess we will see how it's gonna play out. Third star, I think this is one of your best stars. This is kind of showing she's like an actual Tatara for the Anteiku team, but more so for her herself, not for the whole team. But she's kind of like a Tatara in that sense. When the first take fatal damage, remain HP and gain 4 stacks of struggle. While struggle is active, increase your attack rate stats by 10% and damage dealt by 15. 25% just for purely getting fatal damage. As well as don't forget that she's getting life steal rate, so she's gonna heal after doing this damage as well, after she's already surviving damage. And this is great because first time taking fatal damage, this is better than Tatara 1. But Tatara 1 obviously gives it to the whole team, but Tatara has a little bit of scuffed usage on that one, and she doesn't have it. So when allied Aogiri character HP first drops below 30 or 60%, grant the character agitation for one turn. So this is basically you either need to survive, like getting to 60% or 30%, and then you need to survive, so next turn you get this agitation, or you're basically dead. Because if agitation is not working, you're gonna die. Because you're not gonna get that basically this one fixed damage of 1, so you are not gonna get it if you die before this active. So on her it's much better, it's much more stronger because she for sure survives that first damage compared to Tatara, for example. Let's read what the struggle is. Struggle is prevents HP from dropping below 1, I guess removes upon taking damage, then increases all allied character basic stats by 5% for 2 turns. So like basic stats increase here, not that huge, but if we apply it with the where was these here basic stats 10%, so it's like basically 15% you can kind of get just from playing with her in your team. So again, this is huge. All of the stars looks insanely good for a 200 guaranteed character. I think this is a big sign for a lot of people to try and go for at least 3 stars on this character. In Power Burst increases attack by 12% for 1 turn. Also a very good one right here. So every star on the Touka looks insane to me. This is actually one of the most broken 200 guaranteed characters so far. Probably the most broken out of some of them. Tatar is also broken, but this Touka is beyond broken now. So if we compare it to every other character that there is right here, so most of this are 200 guaranteed, right? So I think she's definitely the strongest one out of all of them. Again, Tatsura and Ito are very specific to Aogiri, as well as she's more specific for Anteiku, I think. So that's why obviously they're good in whatever they do. So she's basically a Tatara of Anteiku, I think, in that sense. And I really, really think this character is broken. Looks extremely good, extremely strong here. Based all of the setups, obviously this is gonna be the best setup that I would recommend you use for Tokas and Ryoko in a backup. Obviously, I'm joking. This is not the best setup. Obviously, don't want to use this Touka, but again, this if you want to try something fun, this could be your team that you could try, because this is full on Touka build that you can use. I think this could be fun. So you could try this one maybe on RTA or somewhere else. But obviously, some lineup that you want to use is Anteiku with 3 Toukas and Hinami. Definitely the best lineup that you can do for Anteiku right now. I definitely think she's better than anyone else on this slot. Arguably, Blue Hinami could be somewhere here. You can change someone for Blue Hinami, but I don't think you're gonna change her for Rabbit or for Green Touka, as well as this Red Touka is just so broken that you don't wanna I think use Blue Hinami anymore at this point, because this is just too broken. I would definitely recommend putting her here over anyone else, definitely over Renji, for example, if your Renji is a little bit low on damage, unfortunately. That's why this is much, much better. So this is how you're gonna use your lineup. Obviously, you can actually try to put her here into this kind of like Arima setup that we people have. You can try putting her here also over maybe Rabbit Touka, but then you're missing on a secondary, you know, kind of damage AoE damage dealer that Blue Touka can provide. But she will apply a lot of buffs with her shields that you always get from Arima as well. So that could be something interesting there for sure. You could try those builds as well, but I think mainly her role is gonna be an Anteiku. I don't think too much of other teams is gonna like her, but she definitely, like, a diverse version of Anteiku can work as well. But for now, I think her best place is obviously Anteiku, and you don't, if you're not using her on Anteiku, much worse. I don't think it's worth it to you than even using her. So overall, this character is pretty broken, but again, she's very specific to Anteiku, I think. In my opinion, she's not as diverse as other characters. Like, this Touka is more diverse than her. This Rabbit could be also kind of more diverse. She's okay with going for the diverse Anteiku build. And this Touka is more, I think, specific because she really wants, like, if you read what her skills imply, she is very specific for having all allied being Anteiku to get the most value. So I think she works best again in Anteiku. And if you're not playing Anteiku, she's pretty much skippable for you. You don't really look for getting her. Again, she's all broken as fuck, but only broken in the Anteiku, unfortunately. So she's not a diverse character. I don't think you want to use her anywhere else. So I would suggest, if you're an Aogiri player or you're a CCG player, you could skip her. But if you're like looking to try and build an actual Anteiku build, or if you're interested in starting building her, building an Anteiku build, then you could be going for her, and that could be a very good start for you, getting her to like D or even more if you can. I definitely suggest to, if you're going for her, try to get her at least 3 stars or 4 stars at least, because 200 guaranteed is again a very good stuff for you. You can, if you skipped on Jason, as a lot of people actually did, you can basically get her, I think, 2 rotations done, or maybe even 3 if you are lucky, and get at least to D, and then she's going to be very worth playing in your Anteiku. Other than this, thanks a lot for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as join the Discord. We're very close to 400. I would love to see your support, and I would really appreciate it. And hopefully you will have a great day. Summons for the this Touka is gonna come in a little bit later. I want to do a few more extra summons, and then just, you know, put them all in into one video, and then I'm gonna show it to you. But so stay tuned a little bit more for those summons, and I'm gonna show them to you. Other than this, have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next one.